Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learn. Learning helps us to get exposure to new ideas and concepts that we can use to appreciate and improve the world around us and the world within us. It gives me immense pleasure to extend a very warm welcome on behalf of National Institute of Technology Rourkela, who has clubbed all of us for the 4th International Conference on Advances in Distributed Computing and Machine Learning 2023. As I look around, I see not just youthful faces but potential, diversity of talent with extraordinary drive, ambition, and above all, the commitment to learn. With great exultation and enthusiasm, I feel privileged to extend my heartiest welcome to Professor Chandan Kumar Sahu Sir, Dean Faculty Welfare, Professor Pratibha Jolly Madam, Eminent Chief Guest, Principal at Miranda House, Professor Maheshwari Prasad Singh Sir, Guest of Honor, Professor National Institute of Technology Patna, Professor Durga Prasad Mahapatra Sir, Head of the Department, Computer Science and Engineering, National Institute of Technology Rourkela, Convener, Professor Suchishmita Chinra Madam, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, National Institute of Technology Rourkela, Co-Convener, Professor Judhisthir Mahapatra Sir, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, National Institute of Technology Rourkela, all faculty members, distinguished delegates, experts, researchers, learned speakers, ladies and gentlemen, and dear students, a very good morning to one and all present in this auspicious gathering. I deem it a great privilege to welcome all distinguished delegates on the dais. Thank you, everyone. I would like to request the student volunteer to present bouquet to the learned delegates on dais as a symbol of reverence and affection. Thank you. Learning a lamp spread divine grace. Light symbolizes truth, knowledge, and understanding, dispelling darkness with rising power. So to begin this auspicious occasion, let us light the holy lamp.
या कुंदेन्दु तुषार हार धवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युत शङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता श्यामा पातु सरस्वती भगवती निशेषजाड्यापहा
Thank you. Well, Albert Einstein once said, if we knew what it was we were doing, it would not be called research, would it? It is on occasion like this we get opportunities to test our knowledge and understanding. I hope this conference will provide a platform for researchers, academicians, and experts to share their knowledge in their respective fields and take back home some sweet memories. Now, moving ahead with the program, I would request the distinguished dignitaries on the dais to address the gathering. Professor Suchismita Chundra Madam, the Organizing Secretary of the International Conference ICADCML 2023. An event of this dimension cannot happen overnight. The wheels start rolling in advance. Madam has given her consistent effort for this conference since the day one. Madam is presently working as the Assistant Professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering at National Institute of Technology, Rourkela. Now, I would request Madam, the convener of the program, to deliver the welcome address and give a gist of the conference. Madam, please.
Thank you, Lupa, for the nice introduction. Honorable Dean, Faculty Welfare, Professor Chandan Kumar Sahu, Chief Guest, Dr. Pratibha Jali, Guest of Honor, Professor Maheshwari Prasad Singh, General Chair ICADCML, Professor Durga Prasad Mahapatra, my colleagues, Professor Judhishthir Mahapatra, delegates from other institutes and industries, guests joined on virtual mode, my faculty colleagues and staff members, ladies students. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you to the inauguration of the 4th International Conference on Advances in Distributed Computing and Machine Learning 2023. Welcoming the guests to any function is like doing abahana to all the gods to any auspicious ceremony by requesting them and saying Atra Tishtaha, meaning please be with us and bless us for the good cause we are doing. Similarly, I welcome you all to be with us for the 2 days long conference and share the knowledge with us. At the very outset, I welcome our Dean Faculty Welfare, Professor Chandan Kumar Sahu, who could make it possible to be with us today in spite of his very hectic schedule. Sir, we understand how busy you are these days for the recruitment meetings and all. Thank you for coming, and I welcome you to the international conference. I welcome our chief guest, Dr. Pratibha Jali, the academic consultant of NAC and the PI of the National Gati program. Our anchor will read out her profile soon. Ma'am, I welcome you to the NIT Rourkela and to the conference. You are a great speaker. I'm sure your motivational speech will encourage all the academicians and researchers present here. Thank you so much for keeping our request and taking so much pain in traveling all the way from Delhi to Rourkela. I welcome you, ma'am. I also welcome our guest of honor, Professor Maheshwari Prasad Singh, Professor and Head of Department of Computer Science Engineering, NIT Patna. Sir, thank you so much for your support in organizing the conference and the pre-conference workshop. We are really sorry for not being able to provide the accommodation inside the campus because of this ongoing hockey tournament, but I'm sure you'll enjoy the stay in the hotel and in the campus as well throughout these 2 days of conference. I welcome you, sir. I welcome our General Chair and the Head of the Department of Computer Science Engineering, Professor D.P. Mahapatra, to the conference. From the day one, Sir has been with us and helped us and guided us in every single step. Whenever there was any crisis, I have knocked at his door and Sir has solved the issue. Thank you so much, sir, for your continuous support. I welcome you to the conference. I welcome all the members of the organizing committee and thank them for their time-to-time support and guidance. I welcome the conveners of previous ICADCML conference, Dr. Ashish Tripathi and Dr. Sanjay Kumar Panda, and thank them for helping me throughout the journey. I welcome all the faculty members, staffs of the Computer Science Department and other departments of NIT Rourkela, and most importantly, I welcome all the students present here. This is a golden opportunity for all of you to listen to the speakers and acquire the knowledge in various domains of computer science. I welcome one and all present here to the inaugural session of the pleasant Sunday morning. The city Rourkela that came into prominence in 1955 is surrounded by lush scenery of mountain and green fields and is situated in the area with the richest deposit of mineral wealth of Odisha. NIT Rourkela is an institute of national importance with rich legacy of dedicated 60 years of service towards the nation. It has been ranked 15 as per the National Institutional Ranking Framework in the engineering category for the year 2022, making it the pride of Odisha state. The institute, having 22 academic departments, 7 research centers, 7 support centers, 25 technical service units, 12 students' residence halls, and is headed by the visionary director, Professor K. Uma Maheswar Rao, who leaves no stone unturned to bring the institute to the world-class level. Unfortunately, our director sir could not make it possible to join us today due to some of his health issues, but he has conveyed his best wishes for the whole organizing team and all the guests present here. Thank you, sir. Since 2020, ICADCML Conference Series is a global platform for computer science researchers to exchange the research results and ideas on the foundations and applications of distributed computing and machine learning. Being fourth in the series, it was decided to host the conference in NIT Rourkela in January 2022. Since then, the whole organizing team have been given their best effort in bringing it to the stage today. My heartfelt gratitude to the whole team of ICADCML 2023. Especially, I would like to thank our student volunteers who have worked day in and day out for last couple of days. The department feels proud of you students. We have received more than 200 research papers from various parts of the globe, out of which around 55 papers have been accepted. The proceedings of the conference will be published in Springer, Lecture Notes in Networks and Systems book series. Yesterday, we had organized a pre-conference workshop in 2 popular institutes in our neighborhood, named RIMS and DAMITS. Both of the events were conducted very successfully. I congratulate the organizers of both the institutes for their support. During these 2 days, we have scheduled total 7 keynote lectures, both in online and offline mode, by eminent speakers from national and international universities, including 1 speaker from industry. The accepted papers will be presented in 6 technical sessions in both virtual and physical mode. Our session chairs are most welcome to support us for this conference and the technical sessions as well. The best paper will be awarded after being evaluated by the session chairs of the technical sessions. I am sure you all will enjoy both the days and will enrich your knowledge in the domain of computer science. Please reach out to the organizing team members for any help or any support required. Once again, I welcome you all to the 2 days long conference and wish you both the days filled with knowledge and interactions. Thank you all.
Thank you, madam, for your valuable words. Professor Chandan Kumar Sahu sir, Dean Faculty Welfare, working as professor in the Department of School of Management at National Institute of Technology, Rourkela since 2009. Sir's continuous support and motivation for organizing such events help us to grow and gain experience. We are thankful for his valuable time and presence. I would request sir to guide us with his informative words about our institution. Sir, please.
Good morning to all. Honorable Chief Guest, Madam Pratibha Jolie, and guest of honor, Professor M.P. Singh, HOD, Professor Mahapatra, convener, co-convener, Professor Turu, Professor Behra, Professor Khilar, and all my faculty colleagues, and Madam Das also. So, all other staff and other faculty members, the delegates, student friends, and media. So indeed it is a great pleasure. I am the odd man and odd hour I have entered. So this is an opportunity, and we are capable, or we are able to see and from this mega event and what they are using and what they are conducting. So for the dissemination, and the theme is very contemporary when you think of Industry 4.0. So it is purely mentioning last part, if everybody you are saying, Internet of Things, machine learning, artificial intelligence. So these are the call of the hour, call of the day, or need of the day. So that will totally, and our employment opportunities basing on these things, we are gradually moving towards that. Industry is moving towards that. So when you think about, and we are going to start one specialization in School of Management, basically data analytics, where we have to take the analytics, and basically we are not getting faculty. I think Madam Chinara is organizing and gathering people, human resource for NIT Rourkela. They are the future human resource, and we can get out of that, and they are having the expertise. So the event is to be for 2 days, and there are n number of, whatever Madam said, 200 papers, if I am not wrong, and more than 200 papers, and n number of thoughts relating to the use of those concepts in societal well-being, basically to industry, who are the end users, and how we are capable enough to have used client server technique with respect to distributed networking, and also machine learning, how machine will closely imitate the human behavior, what exactly the mind of human beings are there, and they are supporting towards that. It is not only in teaching, research, industry, and all other aspects. And whatever you can think, even also our day-to-day life, whatever appliances you are using, and IT is the one, and you can say computer is the lifeblood to that. So this is the high time we can think of, we can develop, and we can scale up to that height, and our students will maximum benefit out of that, and it will be a great success. With respect to NIT Rourkela, everybody knows it is in NIRF ranking framework, and we are moving towards that. But I won't say what is our present, but Honorable Director's thought is that the vision, what I call vision, the number 8 within 2 years. So these are the beginnings. Every faculty member, every staff, every student, they are stick to that, and they are wholeheartedly accepting the vision of our Honorable Director. He is a man of visionary. And let our activities, our thought process, our effort, which we will speak within 2-3 years, we will climb to the level of NRF 8. Thank you. With this, I don't take much time. Thank you. Thank you again.
Thank you, sir, for your influential words. We are privileged to have Professor Maheshwari Prasad Singh, sir, as the guest of honor of this conference. Sir is presently working as professor at National Institute of Technology, Patna, and has more than 16 years of teaching and research experience. Sir is an active member of many international and national professional bodies like senior member IEEE, senior member of ACM, SCI, fellow IEI, life member of Indian Society of Technical Education, and many more. He has many administrative responsibilities like the head of the department, associate dean academics, Professor in charge Computer Center, and many more. I would request Sir to greet the audience with his valuable words. Sir, please.
Good morning. Dr. Pratibha Joly, Chief Guest of this today's session. Professor Chandan Kumar Sahu, Dean Faculty Welfare, NIT Rourkela. Professor D.P. Mahapatra, Head of Computer Science Engineering, NIT Rourkela. Madam Chinara, and my friend Yudhishthir Mahapatra. As I heard that madam was telling out of 200 only 55 papers were selected for different session of this conference. It is nearly about 27% of acceptance rate. The theme of this conference is not unknown to anyone. Everybody is trying hard to use the machine learning in every aspect of human life. The Dean Faculty Welfare was telling the odd man, but I think he is the right person. He only said that his department is going to start the course on data analytics, and that is nothing but the part of the machine learning. In fact, the many algorithms of machine learning will come from that only. So you are not an odd person, sir. Now, my feeling about conference is not to share the idea. It's not only about sharing the idea, but also the building the networking. It may not be possible to understand some work because somebody has worked for 6 months or 1 year and they are presenting in somewhere in international conference like this. But while listening, you might be capturing the sum of the problems, the research problems, which is the main center of the research. And later on, you can think of providing some solution at your end. In this way, we can help our society to get the better solution. So, this conference is nothing like a bridge where the gap can be connected by the different researchers of this country, outside of this country. So, I would like to congratulate this committee, convener and co-convener and the other members of this organizing committee from deep of my heart that please do not stop here, go ahead further for organizing the conferences at this premium institute and try to connect the people in the physical mode. I can understand this is now the need of the hour. The people may not be having sufficient time to traveling from one place to another place, but we all know that virtual remains virtual. We have to accept somewhere in the physical mode. So, the people, in fact, you people also, especially the students, it is right that you should be using the virtual environment, but it will be double beneficial if you are meeting in the physical mode, because you will be directly contacting the many researchers in that conference, maybe sharing your idea. You might be getting the many helps which may not be possible in the virtual mode. So with these words, I would like to thank to the Chinara ma'am who has given me this opportunity, and the HOD CSE department, Professor Mahapatra, to speak something about machine learning in front of you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your word of wisdom. It would be a pleasure for us to listen to you in the future sessions. Maintaining its tradition, the National Institute of Technology Rourkela has printed the souvenir to commemorate the international conference ICADCML 2023. It primarily features the contribution of technocrats, experts, and researchers, acknowledgement to the contributors, details and history of NIT Rourkela about ICAD CML conference, profiles of keynote speakers, learned dignitaries and their messages. The most awaited and exciting movement has arrived, so I request the dignitaries on dais to release the souvenir of the conference. Thank you, everyone. On this momentous occasion to honor the respected dignitaries on dais, I would request Professor Chandan Kumar Sahu sir to felicitate the chief guest, Professor Pratibha Jolly madam. I would request sir to felicitate the guest of honor, Professor Maheshwari Prasad Singh sir. I would request the General Chair, Professor Durga Prasad Mahapatra sir, to felicitate Dean Faculty Welfare, Professor Chandan Kumar Sahu sir. I would request Chief Guest Professor Pratibha Jolly Madam to felicitate the General Chair Professor Durga Prasad Mahapatra Sir. I would request Madam to felicitate the convener Professor Suchismita Chandra Madam. I would request the guest of honor Professor Maheshwari Prasad Singh sir to felicitate the co-convener Professor Judhishthir Mahapatra sir. It is a rare privilege to have the opportunity to connect the founding organizer secretary of ICADCML 2020 from VIT Vellore and the organizing secretary of ICADCML 2022 from NIT Warangal. So I request the current organizing secretary, Professor Suchismita Chinara Madam, to felicitate. So I request Professor Suchismita Chandra Madam to felicitate Professor Ashish Tripathi Sir, the founding organizing secretary of ICADCML 2020. I would request Madam to felicitate the organizing secretary of 2022, Professor Sanjay Kumar Panda sir. Thank you all the learned dignitaries for your valuable time, guidance and support. We are honored to have Professor Pratibha Jolly Madam as the chief guest for this international conference. Madam gained her PhD in theoretical physics at chemical physics from University of Delhi and taught in Miranda House for 8 years before joining Department of Physics at the University of Delhi as research scientist, where she began her work in the area of physics education research and curriculum development. Her multifaceted work has led to the establishment of 2008 of the D.S. Kothari Center for Research and Innovation in Science Education at Miranda House. Under her guidance, she has seen hundreds of girls achieve their goal irrespective of their socio-economic status. She has worked her entire life to create and develop a liberal education system. Madam is leading the development of the framework of the Nobel Pilot Program Gati, Gender Advancement for Transforming Institutions, launched in 2020 by the Department of Science and Technology. She is passionate about engendering change, early adoption of new technologies, faculty development, capacity building of women in science and leadership role, entrepreneurial activities, mentoring diverse student populations, creating technology enhanced active teaching learning environment, promoting project-based learning, interdisciplinary undergraduate research, and helping students to build their successful careers. Madam is a true inspiration for youth, especially young girls who are struggling with their personal and professional choices. Madam has a noteworthy contribution toward the upgradation and development of society and nation. I am profusely elated to invite Professor Pratibha Jolly Madam, one of the renowned and elite personality, to impart her proficient knowledge and grace the occasion with her valuable words. Madam, please.
Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to be here. I've been looking forward to coming to NITR, and I have some personal connect with Odisha, and Odisha is certainly, and Sambalpur is my favorite place. So I must also say, dignitaries on the dais, colleagues, and dear student friends in a very deep sense, because thank you, Suvash, for spending 6 hours on the road to come and pick me up, and witnessing how he was organizing and, resolving problems while on the highway, the beautiful Biju Express. I could see how much effort has gone into development of this conference and how engaged the students are. So friendships are made by watching people, and so I do think if he's representative of the students and the student body of NITR, you are in a beautiful place. And I do see sooner than later, you are the one who will be giving a speech over here. And it's such an exciting time to be young. It's a smart world, and it's AI embedded in everything now. So you're moving towards, sensor-based environments and a trillion sensor knowledge based economy that has yielded way to an innovation-based economy, and everybody is a participant. I was going actually to be a bit naughty and tell Dr. Sahu when he said, I'm an old man. I said, I'm then Jurassic ages because I'm probably double your age. But, I do think that many of us are the ones who pioneered computer science, because when I was a student and working on an IBM machine, which was fitting into a huge hall, and then I spent a lifetime bringing connectivity to my institution and Wi-Fi so that the student and device ratio, laptop ratio could be 1-to-1, and then moved on to developing mobile, my lab, anytime, anywhere, sensor-based technology, lab in the pocket, and then I said, my God, the world has changed. So by the time you come into the workplace or when you become faculty, you will have data everywhere. You will not even need this particular mobile. It'll probably be embedded here. So Suchasmita, thank you, and I'm going to hold you to your promise of taking us to the hockey match. And with so much of automation and data everywhere, and the speed with which things are happening, I was just wondering, we've seen hockey, robotic play, but I was thinking, do we really need umpires, and do we really need people running in between the players? Because you will not have to stop the game and have timeout just to check whether a goal was legitimate and valid, but you may have really a robotic umpire who would, at speed of light, know exactly how the game was being played. So it is really a tremendous time, and health, age, the way we live, the way we behave is changed completely. There are new ways of knowing that's been there in this knowledge society, and in India in particular for a very long time. We learn through sharing, through peer groups, and now through, the social learning is tremendous. But what has changed is the exponential, accelerated, disruptive change that the pandemic brought into common lives. Because it moved out of just the innovators' labs and classroom teaching and, conferences. The vocabulary of common people changed and how we have survived the pandemic, and I hope we survive also the climate change and the global changes, we now understand the meaning of exponential transformation, 10x change. And the demography of innovators in the startup economy of India, Make in India, has changed. So unfortunately, there are just about 10% women in the startups, but the age group has come down, and many of us are judging hackathons and so on. Aspirations have really come down, so that in a DIY culture, do-it-yourself culture, you can have a 5-year-old building robots or being a TED speaker, or you could have someone being a IBM Watson engineer at the age of 12 and moving to be a professor at Harvard at the age of 18 or 19. So things have changed tremendously, and I do think I have watched this exponentially, not always from the sidelines, but we pioneered one of the first sensor-based data acquisition, really very low-cost laboratory for my own college, working with students as partners. So I look at students as partners, and it was one of the best times of my life. And I do think, this is one of my missions, an unfulfilled desire, because at that point, there wasn't that much support for homegrown technologies. But you do need, if education is to thrive, innovation is to thrive, to have these devices reach every child, every school, to transform an interactive, active learning environment. So that's important. But since, computer science is not my discipline, but I do think that innovating and using this is important. So to what end are you learning what you are doing? The deep learning is very important, and design thinking is very important. And the first component of that design thinking is empathy. Who are you solving problems for? For society, people-centric problems, the grand challenges that are facing humanity. If you're tinkering, if you're in the maker's lab, who are you doing it for? And if it is AI and smartness embedded everywhere, it is most important that the human-machine connect has to be understood. And the brain automation and the brain and the AI connect has to be understood. So that brings you right back to liberal education, to social sciences and humanities, because it is so important that we don't create an AI that is the naughtiest of our thoughts and the naughtiest of our behaviors, but then philosophy is important. So coming back full circle, you cannot really be working with data everywhere, smart embedded systems everywhere, deep learning, so it has to trigger deep thought. How do we improve quality of life? What kind of applications do we want to go for? And that is the best possible thing. And the human interface is important. So as we go to the hockey match, I will be dreaming of an automated umpiring system which will, at the speed of light, determine and validate if the rules have been followed. But I'd certainly hope that that system will not replace the human being, but it will only facilitate, and it will be unobtrusively somewhere embedded in getting that insight. So thank you so much. I see in each of you a potential innovator and an entrepreneur who will help India find its dream, its national aspirations, and congratulations for setting up this wonderful, wonderful event, and thank you for allowing me to be part of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam, for enriching us with your intellectual pursuits. Professor Durga Prasad Mahapatra sir, the head of the Department Computer Science and Engineering at the National Institute of Technology, Rourkela, and the General Chair of this conference. Sir has been a constant source of inspiration for this conference, overseeing and coordinating all the events. Now, I would request Sir to share his valuable thoughts and deliver the presidential address of the conference. Sir, please.
Very good morning to all of you. Madam Pratibha Jali, Chief Guest of the function, Professor Maheshwari Prasad Singh, guest of honor, and the professor and head of the Department of Computer Science Engineering, NIT Patna, the convener of this conference, Madam Chinara, co-convener, Professor Yudhishthira Mahapatra, my dear faculty colleagues, dear students, media, ladies and gentlemen, I again welcome you to this fourth edition of this conference. And you know, this area nowadays is becoming a hot area, burning area. Distributed systems, it's a combination of distributed systems and distributed computing and your mobile machine learning techniques. So now coming to this, I must thank to Dr. Ashish, who is the founding secretary of this conference, giving a chance to us to host this conference. Thank you, Professor Ashish. Now, regarding our department, CC department is one of the oldest department of NIT Rourkela. Started, I think, 1983 with the MCA course. Then later on we have added MTech, BTech, then MTech, and then PhDs. So our department is very much active in organizing these types of conferences, workshops, faculty development programs, training programs, and so on. GAN courses. So every year we arrange so many programs of these natures. Madam Chinara particularly very much active in conducting these types of courses, conferences, etc. Recently we have arranged, Madam has arranged a FDP program for executives of steel plant. 1 week program we have arranged on IoT. So she is a very good organizer in that way. You might have seen during this all preparations, she has worked day and night since last 1 month she is working. I hope you must enjoy this conference. Now coming to this distributed computing and machine learning, which I have already told you, this is the need of the day. Everywhere you go, people are saying that we will work only in machine learning system. In our department also, people will say that BTech students, MTech students will only work in a machine learning system. No other subject. We tried to explain that machine learning is a tool or technique, can be applied to any area, tech, networking, software engineering, ML processing. No. We will only apply in machine learning to Orzanised sir and Anup sir. They are teaching us this. We will not read anything else. So this shows that only people are interested in machine learning system, not on the application part. But see, it can be applied in any area you see. Any area, whichever area you see, computer science, electronics, electrical, everywhere you can apply it. Not restrictly we are devising a new machine learning technique. If that is done, that's very good, will be exceptional. But that actually, that confusion should remove from our mind. Now coming to this distributed computing, you know that this is a method of processing data using multiple computers in a network, together taken as a single system. This will allow you large amount of data in the processed quickly and efficiently. And examples of, if you see distributed systems, we are having nearest our steel plant. India is having so many steel plants throughout the country, and their database is scattered everywhere else. Many applications are running. Very good example of distributed system. Similarly, Indian gas or petroleum. So their branches are situated in different parts of the country. Coal mines, again, head office may be at Dhanbad, but their database, their offices scattered at different places, they are connected through network. These are good examples of distributed systems. But what are the challenges nowadays? If you see, several challenges are there for the distributed system. I will take few challenges because few of you may be interested. We teach in this MTech level also. A lot of scope is there to do in research. You might have known about the biggest challenge if you will start with this clock synchronization. If you see centralized system, absolutely okay, we are using single clocks. But when you go to distributed systems, multiple clocks will be there with the different systems. How to synchronize them? Big problem we call as clock synchronization distributed systems. And those who have very little bit, Lamport's clock, etc., they are used, logical timestamps. So similarly, if you see handling mutual exclusion deadlocks in traditional system, centralized system, you know, but they pose special difficulties when you will come to distributed systems. Byzantine clocks, agreement protocols, handling the files, distributed file systems, these are some of the good research areas where you can take up your interest and do some work. And similarly, if you will see, another important aspect is security. the different threats, different attacks, DDoS attack, probes, U2R attacks, how to handle those things, particularly in the case of distributed systems. So these are some of the problems, challenges that we must address while discussing the distributed systems. How to design an efficient algorithm in case of distributed systems. And after designing that algorithm, how we can find out its performance, how can measure its performance, what would be the possible metrics to evaluate the performance of the distributed algorithms. For machine learning algorithm, we have known accuracy, ROC, and this F1 measure, precision, etc. So similarly, when we will apply those things in distributed systems, what could be the possible suitable metrics? That also we should think of. So these are some of the possible areas where we can put some focus to do some better research here. Similarly, in distributed system, people see data consistency, another problem. How to balance the load balancing, another important problem. These are the possible research areas where many researchers are working. Also, you can work in those areas. Okay. So similarly, how you can use this cloud computing, how you can use blockchain technology. So these are the recent day improvements, advancements, and we should try to apply those things to the distributed areas. You see, in last year we have used, Professor Manish Okad is there, we have used this blockchain technology. So now all the certificates, etc., last year onwards we have done. So you will get those things, certificates using blockchain technology. And this year we are going one more step ahead, that that NAD DigiLocker, again that is a distributed system thing. So you will be able to download your certificate, etc., on the same day. So this year we will try to inaugurate in the convocation. Your certificates, mark sheet, everything will be there in the DigiLocker, and you will be on the same day after it's inaugurated, you will be able to do this. So side by side, along with these physical certificates, you can get it through using this blockchain technology, through this DigiLocker. So those things we are working on hard to make materialize so that our students will be benefited out of this. Okay. So these are so many applications are there. We are running out of time. The next keynote speaker will be speech will be at 10:45 immediately. So with this, I again welcome you to this conference. We are having a nice campus. Those who are there, you can just have a visit and you can see. If any problem, and due to this time already Madam has told, this hockey problem, we are not able to arrange this guest house. We have kept our guests here and there. So please excuse us for that. Any problem at any time you find, please bring it to the notice of Madam Chinara or to me. We will immediately sort it out. I hope you must enjoy the different technical sessions and the keynote speeches in this conference. I again welcome you to this conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. So before we proceed further for the inauguration session, now we have with us on virtual mode Professor Lakshmi Narayan Bhuiya, who is one of our keynote speakers. So we understand that it's too late for you, sir. I welcome you to the program and the international conference ICADCML, sir. Sir, please unmute yourself.
Okay.
I welcome you, sir. Yes, sir, absolutely, I can hear. We all can hear you. And I request my student volunteer to give a brief introduction to sir, Professor Ellen Bhuiya. So, sir, can you see all of us, sir, the audience and all?
I cannot see the audience. I would like to see who are there. Okay. I can only see the stage.
Yes, sir, we are just...
Okay, good.
Yes, sir, our students, faculty members, delegates from other institutes and industries, so we all are here. So I'm handing over the mic to the volunteer to read out, to briefly introduce you, sir, then we'll have your session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, all the faculty members.